people, how are y'all doing today? I hope all are well. Thank you for watching. For those who are new to my channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also give my video a thumbs up because it helps out my channel. On today's video, we're going to go ahead and do a wacky fun eyeshadow Wednesday. For those who are new to my channel, you're wondering, what is that? You know, you're probably thinking it's probably a channel where I create wacky eyeshadow looks and probably something that, you know, of a younger age group would want to watch. And you're almost correct. Okay, so really, I started this wacky fun eyeshadow Wednesday strictly because I did want to attract more of the younger crowd, those who are, you know, starting off with makeup, you know, that are from the younger crowd, like teenagers, you know, older, younger teenagers, depending on what age their parents allow them to wear makeup, and also to have the parents spend quality time with their children watching the video. But it's really just playing with your makeup for all age groups, young or old, you know, for you to go on there and grab a palette that is out of your comfort zone, create an eye look with it, even if it comes out wacky. But it's fun, so that's why I call it wacky fun. So, you know, that's the whole concept of this video. Not intentionally to create a wacky eyeshadow look, which I can intentionally do that if I wanted to. But you know, what's the fun? What's the fun in that? You know, what's the fun in, you know, just intentionally doing something wacky when you know, well, maybe I will get some views from others who are interested in seeing something funny on YouTube. Pretty sure I'll probably get some views off of that, either poking fun at me, you know, with the look that I created, which is, you know, that's probably for another channel or probably for another video. But yeah, so this video that I do every Wednesday, it's strictly just you grabbing a palette out of your collection and just playing with it, playing with the colors, the color story, and just creating a look with it, even if it comes out wacky, like I said. And I know I repeated myself 3 times about that, but I just wanted to just go over the concept of the wacky fun eyeshadow Wednesday meaning behind it. So it's just something I came up with in my head, and a lot of things come up in my head. But this is a palette that we'll be using today by Amor USA. Tea Time Fantasy. I got this in my Glow Addict beauty bag. I get the Glow Addict beauty bag every month, so I was so excited to find out that they had a 50% off on their subscription boxes, and it's only for their $25 and up subscription boxes, not on the beauty bag. So I just kind of was like, it was unfortunate for me, but it's okay because that's not going to stop me from buying, you know, the beauty bag. I might even get the subscription whenever I do, you know, whenever I can, you know, find the means to be able to buy the subscription from Glow Addict. But this video is my wacky fun video. We're going to go ahead and look at the color story in here. I'll go ahead and swatch these colors in my Mask Monday. If you have not seen that, I'll go ahead and put it up here so you can watch my Mask Monday right here and see that the swatch is on this palette right here. Look at this beautiful palette. It has not been swatched. It's brand new. And this is a request from a viewer. The viewer's name is called Jewel Blossom. So this is a shout out to Jewel Blossom in requesting for me to create a look using my Tea Time palette, which I will create a look with this today and fulfill your request. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is come off camera, create a look on one eye, and then I'll come back on and create it on the other eye, and then we'll come up with the finishing look. Doesn't this remind you like a Too Faced kind of packaging? It does remind me of like a Too Faced kind of packaging, like some packaging that Too Faced would create. And I did not even mention to you guys about how beautiful this packaging looks like. And it's a cardboard packaging. So yeah, so it reminds me a lot of the Too Faced vibes too. So let's go ahead and create an eye look with this palette, and I'll be right back. So I'm gonna go ahead and come off camera, get an idea of what I'm gonna create and the look and the shades I'll be using. I'll go ahead and put the shades on my arm so you'll be able to see what shades I'll be using for my eyeshadow look. All right, so give me 1 second. Hi everybody, well, I'm back. So here is the eye look I created with this palette. I did use quite a bit of colors, and you know, just like on my Mask Monday, I did mention that there's some mattes in here that do give you a good color payoff, and there's some mattes that don't. And then the ones that I feel like do give you more color payoff are the shimmers and the gold glitters in here. and not the gold glitters, but the glitters and the shimmers, you know, give you a lot of payoff. And especially whenever you wet your brush, like if you see the highlight on this side, you know, I had applied the same shade dry and it didn't give me this much vibrancy. So wetting the brush does make a big difference. So let's go ahead and recreate what I did on my right eye, on my left eye here, so y'all can see what I did. So these are the shades that I picked out for myself. I'm so sorry. It goes into a swirl like that. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shades that I used. And reason being is because, like I said, there were some mattes. It didn't give me color payoff, but we're going to go over this whole process, you know, these 8 shades. All right, let me just get a wipe. Give me 1 second so I can wipe this fallout off, because it does bug me. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. So let's go ahead and go through the process. So what I did is I got some, so I grabbed me a blending brush and I used the shade Alexandra in my crease. And then I went ahead with Rubio's. Alexandra Rubio's is this shade here. Okay, I'm trying to do this pretty quickly because I don't want this video to take too long. And I'm just using a flimsy, this is just a painter's brush. So, you know, so I can get more precision inside my crease, you know, because I have hooded eyes. I have a really huge hood. Like like I have really extra skin right there, so really need something to get in there and just kind of like look straight forward so that I can see the shade coming through, piercing through my crease. Okay, I used that shade. Then after that, I went ahead and I used the shade Cosmo, and I used the same brush, and I just kind of darkened it up a little bit more in the crease with this. And after that, I went ahead and I used the shade Cosmo, and I used the same brush, and I just kind of darkened it up a little bit more in the crease with this. Okay, go over it again with Cosmo. I'm going to use the shade Oolong, which is, I'm going to put that on my lid, which I already showed you the shades on the swatches on my arm. Just going over what I did with those shades. Okay, and from here I just wanted to go ahead and do a shimmer in the center. I used the same brush, and I used a shade Loose Leaf, which is the one with some sequins in it. But I went ahead and I ended up just doing it all over the lid, covering Oolong. But it gave me just little like gold sparkly flecks, which was nice. I like those little sparkly flecks. But that's all it did. So I was like, this, I need more than just this. So what I did, I went ahead and I did a cut crease. So let me come off camera so I can do this cut crease real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So I went ahead and I did my cut crease. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with that shade Lemongrass. where I put my cut crease down. That's where I'm gonna lay my shade Lemongrass. And it defeated the purpose of me putting the shade down, because I guess it was just giving me an idea of where I wanted to put my glitter, because I didn't end up leaving it like this. I ended up just putting this glitter shimmer on top, so that's why I didn't end up using lemongrass, just keeping lemongrass on my lid. So what I did after lemongrass, I had put the shimmer, and this one was also kind of like a step that I really didn't have to take, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyways, because maybe it might have done, maybe kind of set a base for my glitter or something. I'm not sure, but it did something. So so there goes that shade Lemongrass on the cut crease that I just created off camera. And then, like you see, I'm using patting motions and just, you know, kind of like laying it down. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so the shade that I use is the bourbon shade, which is the highlight shade. That's the one that I mentioned to you, that when you wet the brush, it gives you more vibrancy. As you can see now, I'm putting this shimmer on because I figure, okay, I'm gonna put a shimmer and maybe it'll give me like this nice bright glistening color to my lid. And it didn't. It's just, I mean, it gave me like a slight shimmer to the shade Lemongrass. It gave this Lemongrass a shimmer. As you can see, that now looks more shimmery, which is nice. That's nice too. That'll look nice also with another look. But with this look, I just wanted to go, I guess I wanted to go with the glitter so bad. But see, so there goes the shade Bourbon, which is the highlighted shade over the shade Lemongrass. Okay. So what I did is I wet the brush, the same brush, cleaning it off, is of course with my cleaning sponge. I have a cleaning sponge, so using a wetting brush. Using a setting spray. Hope I aimed correctly. And then I went ahead and when I used the shade Silver Moon, which is the glitter that's on here, but you see the bottom here, that's the Silver Moon. So I used that over this shimmer shade. And I did pack on the color because I did want to pack it on here. And kind of see if I can spread it out with, you know, with what I have on my brush. So as much product that you're able to grab on your brush being wet, that's how much you want to go ahead and just start applying and pressing up against your lid with it. Because the minute it dries out, you might need some glitter glue, but you want to pack it on right at the moment you wet your brush, and just pack it on. Pack it right on the lid. And then this is where you start smoothing it out. Once you have quite a bit of product on there. As you can see, quite a bit of product. And it's right there. So now what I did is I went back with Oolong. And I kind of try to blend Oolong in with chai tea. Yeah, so let me go back with Oolong, which is like a taupey shade. Went ahead and I did it like right here on the side of the lid where I originally placed it the first time, just kind of overlapping the glitter. And I noticed that it's not giving me, I wasn't happy with the way it was now. After that, I'm sorry, I wasn't happy with it, so I wanted to go a little darker. I'm still using the shade Oolong, you know, trying to cover up most of the glitter space area here so I can make room for Shy Tea, the shade Shy Tea. So I went ahead and I used my smaller blending brush, this one here, and I used the shade Chai Tea. And I went ahead and I used the packing motion, the packing technique. We just packed it there. You didn't swirl it around, just packed it on the outside. With your eyes open, just pack it. Pack it on Oolong. Pack it on. But mostly like on the outer corner, really. Not too much on the inner. And then I went ahead and I just kind of started spreading it out, giving me a V shape. So that's how it's looking now. All right, and then I went ahead and I used, what else did I use? I had used a clean brush and I just kind of blended it out with the clean brush. Okay, once I did that, once I blended it out, I went ahead and I used the flimsy brush here, and I went ahead and I went back with the shade Cosmo Tea, and I went over the glitter, the shimmer over here at the top, and just started applying more color on there, and just spread it outwards. And then I went ahead and back with Ruibos, which is the more burgundy shade. And I just did it on the outer side, where the crease, above the crease is. Very lightly applying that on there and blending it in. Okay. So that's what I did, and then the last step was the highlight, which is the inner corner of my eyebrow bone. I went ahead and I wet the brush. It made a big difference, to be honest. It did. It made a big difference. Using the same shade I used for the lid, you know, the shimmer shade. And I used the shade Bourbon. And look how big of a difference you can see with that shade Bourbon. Alright, so this is how it's looking now in the inner corner. Now I'm going to go ahead and put some on the brow bone area. And look how big of a difference it did. It gives you like a really nice highlight to your brow bone area. You know, just wetting the brush makes a big difference with these highlighted shimmer shades. Alright, so there it is. I'm going to go ahead and come off camera. I'm going to finish the rest of this look, and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. So here's my finishing look. Let me get up close, which I think I am already. Alright, so that is the finishing look with the eyeshadow palette that I used. I got to say, the formula on this is like, I like it and I don't like it. There's some shades in here that don't give you color payoff. This, I kind of feel the way I do with this palette like I do with my Life in Pastels with the Be Bella palette, but I love it. I love that Be Bella palette, you know, Life in Pastels, and I'm liking this just as much. Because there's other shades in here that kind of make up for those that don't, you know, don't give you that payoff that you need. So there's a lot of colors in here that do kind of make up for it. So this is one of those palettes that they make up for it. So I do love it. I do love it. Just like my palette with Life in Pastels with Be Bella. This one is by Amor, like I mentioned, and Amor USA, and this was requested by Jewel Blossom. So thank you, Jewel Blossom, for requesting this palette. I really enjoyed using this palette. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have really discovered how beautiful this palette, you know, the shades that this palette has, you know. So I really did like this look. I'm not sure if y'all liked it. I'm not sure, you know, give me your feedback down below. Let me know if you like this look, if you'd like to see more cut creases, more glitter eye looks. And I really did like the color choices that I chose. I loved it a lot. Okay, so thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you in my next Wacky Fun Eyeshadow Wednesday. Did I tell you the foundation I used for my skin? No, I didn't tell you the foundation for my skin. So the foundation that I wore is the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation. So that's what I have on for my foundation. And that is it. That is it, everything. That's everything on my skin that I mentioned. That I forgot to mention was that last one thing. But thank you all. And I'll see you in my next video. Love you all. Bye.